I just told you, because of you, my my boyfriend and my two other friends all went to see Cats. Speaking of cats.
That's why we got the sound effects queued up. This is real, some next level radio sound effect button type of stuff. You're getting an actual cat.
I bought the cat from China just for this gag.
All right.
You know. So, can you tell me about like how do you feel about Cats and how did you change your life?
Cats, like
The movie.
I never saw Cats.
You never saw it?
No.
But you say you saw it.
No. I said I wanted to see it on acid, but I saw
you never seen it?
No, I saw Star Wars instead.
You just changed like 3 people's lives.
I know. I'm happy that I could be a part of that and also make that movie some money. But no, I know I wasn't leading by example, I guess.
No. So what have you been busy on?
Nothing. It's been the holidays. I just got back 2 days ago. Got some shows. Got some auditions.
Where did you go?
I went to Montreal, Canada. Visited my family.
Oh, that sounds nice. Can you put the mic a little bit like down? Yeah, that's
There we
perfect.
go. Better?
That's perfect.
All right.
How's your family doing?
Oh, it's just super stressful there. Everyone's angry.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like their personalities. They just work a lot and they're very stressed and they yell at each other a lot.
Is your family still doing their family business?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my parents, yeah.
Okay.
They have the bowling alley that they run.
Last time you told me like once, it was like the biggest.
It was the biggest bowling alley in North America, yeah, like in the 90s, late 90s.
How did your parents start it? They moved
man.
from India or you're like the second generation?
No, my dad moved from India to like Nairobi or something, and then from there he moved to Canada.
Oh, okay.
And my mother was in Kenya. They met, they got married, and she moved.
Your mother's
out here.
from
No,
Kenya?
no, she's Indian, but there's
there's
a big Indian
I didn't
population.
see any. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't show. You look pretty damn Indian to me. It's like Kenya.
like the textbooks.
Yeah. So how did they start such a big business?
Man, at first it was like a small. I don't know what it was. I don't even know the history. All I know is there was like a small little strip mall where the bowling alley is. Mm-hmm. And there used to be like a pro shop or another bowling alley there that closed down.
Yeah.
And my dad just bought it for really cheap and ran it as a small bowling alley. And then with the money, he just built it up, bought the whole strip mall. And
They
just
must work
built it.
hard.
Oh, yeah. He's addicted to work. He's a workaholic.
Look, tell me about their schedule. Like, what is it
No,
like?
they work they are always working. From morning to night. My dad's in his 70s. They're both in their 70s.
Yeah.
And they're just like working all day, all night. They would die if they weren't working.
I mean, like for money, or do you think
No,
that just
because
working
now-
itself completes
No,
them?
because here's what when you're a slave to the dollar, which
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know if that's really what they're doing. I think there's workaholics that they're workaholics, but the whole object of work is to make money, right?
Uh-huh.
But when you just keep going, you get to beyond the point of diminishing returns. Like my father's like losing a lot of money now.
Why?
Because he reinvested in some things to keep doing it, but it's not, he's bit off more than he can chew. He owes a lot of money. He has a lot of debt.
Jeez, now he has to work even harder.
Well, exactly. So it's like you really, like some people blow their fortune, not that he had really a huge fortune, but some people blow whatever they have on like cocaine and hookers.
Yeah.
He just blew it on like just working more.
That sucks.
So that's what it gets you when you're a workaholic. It's like being a gambling addict. Like, you win and then you just keep going till you lose.
Yeah.
It's.
But I guess it's different from gambling because if you're like
really?
it's more calculated.
It's all mania. It's all a version of mania.
So I would assume he was trying to tap into an area he wasn't very
No, he was
familiar
very
with.
experienced, and just the markets change, times change, you change, his capabilities change, and judgment. It's. You make a bad investment here and there. You don't take care of whatever else you have. You get older, But it's like it was always headed this way because that's what you get if you're going to work yourself to death from beginning to end.
Was it once one of your philosophy? Did you inherit that kind of work ethic?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
up until when?
I've calmed it down now in the past few years, but because I know it's just like part of a different mental illness. Kind of like a rat on a maze. People like that are perfect for like living in New York, where everything is hard. Like, 'cause then you're really expending your energy just to go somewhere and take 3 trains, takes hours or whatever.
You know what my mom told me when I was a kid? This was some crazy shit. She's like, "You're not good looking enough to be relying on a man, so you better work hard."
Right.
He said that train is no longer here.
How old were you when she said that?
Like 13.
Oh,
The age when you care about your look the most.
The most.
Yeah, it's like,
damn.
look, like you're like, there's no hope for you to like rely on a man for your look. So you better work hard, because otherwise,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna be homeless.
Yeah. Wow.
They always exaggerate. Like,
Hey, she turned out to be wrong, right?
Yeah, but like, I wish I can find some man to give me money, man. She's right. I don't have that kind of look, and that's not my fate.
Yeah, but thank God. I mean, that's not really like nobody wants to be. Nobody wants to be that.
You know, the
really.
crazy thing is she's really good looking.
Yeah,
and she knows it.
So she knows. Yeah.
Of course she knows. She knows it. I knew it. And
do you have any siblings?
No, only child.
Oh, it was only you.
Yeah, and then single mom situation.
Oh, okay.
And then I know she's very good looking.
Yeah.
And I kind of look like my dad. I'm not saying I'm ugly looking.
Right.
I'm okay.
No, not at all. Yeah.
But I'm not as good looking. Like,
as your
clearly
mom.
there's a score
so
difference.
So there's a thing you have. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting.
Yeah, that's so it's not.
So you grew up like that. That was
Yeah, like in America, you see a lot of movies like Mean Girls, right? It's all about peer pressure.
Yeah, and you had it with your mom.
Yes.
That's interesting.
There isn't there are prettier girls in my class.
How is your mom very kind of like narcissistic though?
Oh
about
yeah.
It? Yeah, because my father is a bit like that.
Really?
He's for sure a narcissist.
Because he's hot?
No, just in his work. He does everything for his legacy. He's doing everything. He just sees you as an extension of him. If he sees you, they're like, hey, why aren't you helping me do this? You know, it's like,
is he good at like business and stuff?
He's
like,
got some talent.
The narcissism must come from somewhere.
He has a talent for making money,
Yeah.
definitely, but he can never hold on to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's just because he'll always favor just doing the
More.
work that he knows. Yeah.
More.
Yeah, and he's not necessarily even getting more for it. If you look at my dad's basically working for like $9 an hour. If you tally up how much he works and how much he earns, you know.
It's like chasing the dragon, man.
So you don't know anything else.
It's the same.
But isn't that? I mean, I guess you're newer to doing stand up, but you find that in stand up where stand up will give you an outlet to grind and work hard. Like you can do 10 mics a night for, you know what I mean? And you're going to hit a wall.
I mean, you didn't get me into stand up, but you got me into like, you're the one who told me, hey, you're not really working hard enough.
Yeah.
The first time I met
neither
you.
am I. So like like most of us aren't. So
yeah, but there are people who told me, you know, like he's doing mics 20 times a week and I'm like, you still suck. I didn't tell him. But that's what I was thinking. It's like, but
that's not even about
like
being.
that.
That's not even about being good. It's just more about if you're in the early stages, you just want to break that muscle and go like, I'll just do it as much as possible. So it's meaningless stepping on stage, you know.
Yeah.
But that's not. Eventually, you hit a wall with that, and you see that in everything. Like there is such a thing as, you know.
What is that word for hiatus? It's just a
hiatus is like when you kind of go away for a bit, like a sabbatical.
No. What is the thing? The plateau, like the period of time.
Plateau.
Bottleneck.
Yeah.
What is the word for that? So
There's
after a while,
I know what you mean. There's a lot of different. I'd say law of diminishing returns. You do 1 mic, great. 2 mics, even better. 3 mics, all right. 4 mics, there's really no point in doing the 4th one. 5, it's kind of
yeah.
It's kind of like I guess you can keep doing it, but you're just beating the dead horse.
So you say your dad is like basically working $9 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I might be exaggerating, but the amount of debt he's accumulated, and and he worked really hard, and he's a smart guy, but he had.
Does he get worked up when you or part of a family member pointed out, like, look, you're.
No, he doesn't hear it. He's so into his own.
He's so full of himself. He's always right.
Oh God,
it's kind of like my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom she's been scammed for like for $200K or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like pyramid scheme.
Oh.
Like just the thing is, she's a very smart woman, right? But when it comes to something like this, like greed getting in the way, So basically, this pyramid scheme is an investment opportunity that promise you 15% monthly return. Okay, anybody who
Right.
take a second to think, it's like Warren Buffett doesn't have 15% monthly return.
Right.
And for the first 6 to 8 months, yeah, she's got an interest and everything. So she just put all her money in, and then she borrowed money from my relatives and put it in. And not only she lost all her money,
She lost all their
our
money.
house. Lost our house.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she-
it's kind of similar to my.
Yeah.
That's a bit worse, but
And she asked me to put my money to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was in college at the time, but I translated 2 books. So I got a little bit of money.
And
It's
you
like,
put it in.
No, I didn't put in.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, no, like, I don't know. And she's like kind of mad. She's like,
Yeah.
you don't trust me? You know, that
Very
money
narcissistic,
yeah,
yeah.
that money in the bank ain't going to make you nothing.
yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I just want to keep it in the bank.
yeah, I just don't want to be worried about it.
And the thing is, for Asian parents, like, if you're a kid, like, your
you
finance.
exist for the parents.
Yeah, like, your finance is her finances,
Yeah.
right?
No. It's the different East
Yeah.
versus West. In the East,
Yeah.
the parents exist. The kids exist for the parents.
Yeah.
Here, the parents exist for the kids.
Yeah, basically. So the thing is,
But now we have internet. It's like the parents kind of like,
yeah,
well,
when
now
I
what
was
are
like
you for?
20 or something, I was 20, and she still think it's her money.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, yeah, that's just your money is my money. So
Yeah.
I this
and
is
I'm in charge because I'm your mom.
yeah, this is a perfect investment opportunity. Then she lost it all. It collapsed, and then I think she just paid it all back.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
$200,000. I'm talking about
I know.
USD.
Could you
That's
imagine
a lot of money.
She could have just given that to you.
I know.
The whole he's like, here's not even
We'll
a
buy a
loan.
house.
It's yours. This is
Or-
all yours.
We're blowing.
Don't pay it back.
If you blow it in
just
Vegas,
keep it all.
at least you have the Vegas
That's
experience.
my point. That's what I was saying. I was like, it makes you look at those people like, yeah, but that's way better than whatever the fuck
But
you
there
did
is
it
like
for.
coke and hooker.
Yeah.
At least there is coke and
yeah.
hookers.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can. This is kind of sensitive issue. Like you can't even bring it up. To say now she's like, hey, this is another. Like she's running to like
Another thing like that.
Yeah, and she's trying to buy a house in this
You gotta
area.
ask her for money and ask it for it quick. Be like, Mom, I need to borrow $70,000.
No. She's like, let me buy a house in your name.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put a down payment. You're gonna put a monthly payment.
Okay,
And it's like,
live
where?
there.
She said, this place. I said, well,
Where is it?
have you been to this place? It's not even my hometown. It's like another city.
Right.
That she heard, oh, this is the new blah, blah, blah. Rumor has it. A
Do you
new
remember where it
subway.
was?
Huh?
Do you remember where it was?
I don't know. It's somewhere in China, My parents,
Oh,
my
in
mom is still in
China.
China.
Okay,
but
okay.
still, that's a place
Yeah.
that's far away from where I'm from.
Of
So I don't
course.
know where the fuck it is.
Right.
And then she's mad because she said, you have to fly back now to sign this paper because it's like in my name or whatever. I'm like, I don't want it. And she's
No.
mad. And then I don't think she bought it eventually, but yeah, just shit like that all the time. And then she's always right.
Yeah, very similar to my father. Yeah, I guess maybe it's a common, whatever.
Does he know that he made mistakes and stuff?
Yeah. He knows.
But he just don't want to admit it.
I don't want to dwell on it. I
No?
guess.
No?
But everybody, that's what it is. Mania, mental illness. It's
When did you figure that out?
probably in the past few years. I mean, I always kind of knew something was wrong with him, but no, it is kind of
Something was
crazy.
wrong.
But my whole family, a lot of it comes from that. The father stresses out the mother.
Yeah. Is that an Indian thing or just your family? That's a kind of an Indian thing too.
The workaholicness, yeah, I guess.
I guess so. Asian in general, like Indians and Chinese.
Because I guess there's a lot of them, so they're competing. I don't know.
That's one big reason.
Yeah.
That's one big reason. You
Yeah,
have
like
to
only the
stand
strong
out.
survive.
You have to like work. You work 10 hours a day. I work like 14.
I don't like loser. The more you're working, the more you're losing, right? Yeah, but the number in the bank goes up. Yeah, but how many Benzes do you need? Like, what is it that
You
know?
don't even take time to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like, do you ever feel good? So
Have you figured out the meaning of your life?
My
Like,
life?
what do you work for? Like essentially.
Well, your life is gonna change the meaning. Mm-hmm. My life means something to me now.
Yeah.
It's gonna mean something else when I'm married. It's gonna mean something else when I have a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be something else if I get cancer, knock on wood. Like it's always,
What you gonna do if you have cancer? Like you have like 6 months to live.
I don't know. I'd probably just try to beat it. I'm like, well,
There isn't anything on your bucket list that
let's try to win.
you just have to. Is that your phone?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn off the.
Sounds pretty crazy. Is this a gong or something?
Yeah, it was like right when you said I got 6 months left to live.
Newsflash.
Yeah, the Undertaker's gong.
Yeah, I think your highness kind of fade away a little bit.
No,
You
I'm
look
higher
really
than ever.
high when you got here. Like
Yeah,
your
but-
eyes are half open, half closed.
So you never smoked weed? Do you think you'll ever will?
I don't think I ever will.
Well,
I got
that's-
offered like I don't know. I don't remember how many times, especially in California.
It'd probably be good for you at this point because you're not going to get addicted.
Can you get addicted to weed?
Of course, you can get addicted to everything.
But I've heard arguments that it's hard to get addicted to weed. No?
No, I don't agree with that.
Are you addicted to it?
Yeah.
Like how addicted are you? Like
I'm so addicted to weed that I don't smoke it usually because, like, I don't smoke for several months at a time, and then I'll do it for like a week or something.
binge smoke this shit.
Not necessarily binge, but I just let myself smoke it for like a week, and then I go back to not smoking it for several months. Now, if I wasn't addicted, I could just smoke it here and there, smoke it on the weekend, smoke it on. But I can't. If I'm smoking it, I'm smoking it every day.
Ah.
You know.
You can't
So-
even just do it like twice a week or something like that.
I'm sure I could, but it would be like it would require a lot of discipline, and I'd rather just not do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier just not do it at all for me and not have it in my life, rather than trying to ration it. You know.
The thing about any drug, because I know people argue like weed is different from whatever coke or whatever, but
It is, yeah.
But in China, we were educated since we were a kid by the
Yeah.
government that it's
It's
all
bad.
just
It's just
it's
as bad.
toxic,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
poison.
yeah. No,
So-
weed. There's good parts of it. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying for you, if you've never done it before, how old are you right now?
27.
Yeah, you're not gonna get addicted to it now. So
No, I mean how? Like you can only get
no,
addicted
because
when
you're
you're a
built.
kid.
Yeah. You get addicted to weed the less you have to do in your life, and the more you could do it. You're not going to be able, with your schedule, with the life you've created for yourself, to sit around smoking weed all day.
Ah.
You know, like my girlfriend, she doesn't get addicted to it. She keeps one thing of weed. It lasts her 2 years, and it goes bad because she just does it like
Doesn't have
once every
time for
few.
it.
Yeah, does it once every few weeks. And you get something out of it. It is like a plant that communicates something to you.
Yeah.
And it's especially if you're like in the creative field but anything, even if you run your own business, just it's like that's kind of what a lot of these drugs do, shrooms and acid or whatever. Is it just like it connects certain parts of your brain that normally are not connected.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you that perspective. The only problem is the more it's like anything. Like even if you have a little bit of alcohol every day, it's probably good for you. But
I don't
it's like
even
the
drink
more,
beer. you
Yeah, I
know?
don't drink anything. But the more you do it, then you just kill it. You know. But it's not
I
like you.
guess-
If you've never done it, to me that's kind of like a treat. One day, do it.
Man, maybe no.
Yeah, no.
I guess I was so brainwashed by the bad effects of it, which some of it I'm pretty sure is exaggerated.
course there's some
but it's-
bad effects
but,
of
But it's
it.
like deeply rooted. I'm just like it doesn't. It's just a thing that I
Well,
don't
put it this
do.
way. I mean,
Yeah.
do you ever eat like junk food?
All the fucking time.
Dude, junk food is way worse for you and worse for your brain
Yeah, speaking
than
of that,
smoking. Yeah,
sipping
that's
my-
way worse. That's whatever the bad effects of weed
Yeah.
are way less than the bad effects
I'm
of
addicted
that.
to caffeine and sugar, though. Not addicted,
Yeah,
but I
used
have
to
to
be.
have.
I used to be, but then I
Yeah.
was pre-diabetic, so I've kind of like I
You
cut
don't
down on
look
sugar a lot.
diabetic. You
Yeah,
don't have
I
to be
know.
fat to be diabetic.
I was a bit heavier than I am now. I was 40 pounds heavier.
Like Indian heavy, or
I don't even know what that means. What's Indian heavy?
there are some Indian guys who are just a little bit chubby, but they're not.
Yeah, maybe.
fat.
But I wasn't even that chubby. It was just heavier.
Oh, okay.
I used to be chubby when I was like 80 pounds heavier than that. But
How do you lose the weight? Just
first
stop.
I used to be 220 pounds. I lost the bulk of it when I moved to New York.
Oh, by all the walking.
Yeah, just walking, eating less, not having money.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Moved to LA. I kind of gained a little bit. And I was kind of I was in good shape, but I was like, maybe like 180 something pounds, A bit chubby for me, but not to anybody that would notice, And then I got the pre-diabetic thing. I just changed my diet. I ended up dropping.
What was that?
For pre-diabetic?
Yeah.
It's like when you don't have diabetes yet, but you're on your way. You're in the zone
You can't.
where it's starting.
How did you find out? Like by
I just went
doing
for
physical
a physical
checkup?
Yeah, physical checkup.
Oh.
Which I recommend you do. If you're having a lot of sugar, I recommend you do.
Oh,
the
I don't
same.
have that. I mean, I'm probably due, but you know, I do it pretty much once a year or
Yeah,
once
once a
every
year
2
is fine,
years.
yeah.
I have like vitamin D deficiency.
Me too. Everybody
I
has
have
that.
low blood sugar. But pretty much that. You know, I don't really have anything. You know, anything else. I'm not like crazy
I
on
need
sugar.
B12 too.
B12? Yeah, probably. Usually, like vitamin D and vitamin B12 are like connected. If you have deficiency,
But for you,
on
it's just
one.
the vitamin D.
I think it's vitamin D. Yeah, deficiency. Because I don't go out a lot. Because a lot of vitamin D you can get it from the sunshine.
Yeah.
And I don't drink I don't eat like dairy food that much. You know, I don't drink milk that often. Milk just I don't ever drink milk. I can put the.
It's not really
things-
in like the Asian diet milk very much.
Yeah,
anyway.
but my mom always trying to force. That's the thing. She tried to force me to drink milk because.
Oh, my mother did that too. Made me had like 4 glasses of milk a
yeah,
day.
it's bro, and then the milk isn't.
I was just like, I just got fat.
And the Chinese the milk are really, you know, the quality is really bad, and there are a lot of scandals surrounding around it, and it's not tasty at all. It just make you. I don't know if I'm like what do you call that? Lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it
Maybe
doesn't
not
feel
you're
good.
lactose intolerant, but if you don't
It
drink
doesn't feel
milk
good.
for a long time,
Yeah.
your body does lose the enzyme to digest milk.
Ah,
So you
yeah.
kind of become a bit. That happened with me. I went vegan for a long time,
Why?
just like for diet reasons and animal stuff. Like I was like, why not eat less
Yeah.
meat? I went vegan for several months, like almost a year.
Yeah.
And now when I would go back to like eating cheese or dairy, like I develop a bit of an allergic reaction to it.
Ah, because your body's having
Yeah, like I get
long.
like some allergies like in my mouth and stuff when I have it now.
When did you stop? Like how? Why did you stop the diet?
Well, I guess I couldn't really keep it up, you know. I still do it here and there, but I still keep a lot of it. But
Do you think it makes you healthier? I'm very skeptical.
for me
about it.
specifically, yeah, but it's a different diet per person. What works for one
I think
might
it
not
makes you
work for them.
angrier.
Angrier? No, the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, because I had
More
a friend.
peaceful.
He did it for a month and a half. He said it took away a lot of his aggression, but he didn't like that. He likes the aggression.
Is he a comedian?
No, he's an actor. He's a fight. He does martial arts.
Ah, that's why he
Yeah,
needs
so
the
he
aggression.
wanted it. Yeah, interesting. I was like, all right.
So
Yeah.
how's your acting working out lately?
Pretty good. I'm just going out, auditioning for things, and
What's the ratio of like how many auditions does it take for you to get a role usually? Sounds like a stupid question because I've never auditioned.
there's no rule. I mean, sometimes you go on 100 auditions, you don't book one. Then you go on 3 auditions in a row and you book 2 of them.
Does it fucking feel frustrating for you? It's like you're playing scratchies.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even like if you work hard, there's something in there for you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I know.
Like
Well,
that's
the
what
only thing that's in it for you is they call you back to the dance. You get another shot at it.
like that's the thing. I think one of the big reasons why people are addicted to video games. First is fun. It's a time killer. Second is everything. The rule is so clear. If you do this, if you unlock this, you unlock that, and you get this. It's like guaranteed. But in life, it just isn't like that.
Right.
If you like a girl, right? Or if you like a guy, you can try. He or she just doesn't like you. If you want to try really hard to achieve this dream or do this job or
Yeah.
get this audition, you work so hard and you don't get it. It's
Yeah.
not guaranteed. It's not like game. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
there's
the
no
game is you fight.
points.
Yeah, you kill the boss. You get
Yeah.
you get the thing. If you do this way, you will kill the boss. If you put time into it,
But comedy like
it's
that
the
too.
certainty. Comedy is like you think it's like video games.
No, it's like acting.
I think it's a little bit better. Like I think we talked about like earlier with somebody else. Is one of the things that nepotism can only get you so far.
I don't know if that's true.
I think it's true.
No matter what. Well, the nepotism thing, right?
You can for
Yeah,
example.
if you're like really bad at comedy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
and,
You
know what I
can't.
mean? But most people that benefit from nepotism aren't even bad at comedy.
Well,
You
there's
know?
some people who are bad. Like you can get a spot at at a comedy store, but if you don't know how to do the shit, you're still gonna bomb.
I guess, but I mean,
to that level.
look, I look at it like this. Let's say
Yeah.
you're not as good as the spots you're getting. You're just getting it because you know somebody on the inside.
Yeah,
you know?
of course, that happens all the
But
time.
through doing that, you do get better at stand up more than the person who's not getting those and is just doing open mics at Tribal Cafe. You know, so you get better.
You just shit on Tribal Cafe. I've been to that place once. I like that place.
Yeah, no, it's great, but I'm not. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Compared to somebody who's doing like a 600 room,
Yeah.
theater, whatever you want to call it. So you do catch up. Those people that might not, whose skill level might not be on the thing of that spot, them trying to rise to the occasion is the growth they get a bit.
But you're
quicker.
talking about people who just need that lift, like
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
still trying to.
Sometimes if you're bad, you're bad. You're bad.
But the thing is, eventually, the person's gonna pay the dues. But what I'm saying is, it's a type of occupation that you have to pay the dues one way or the other. Like you can't skip that.
Yeah.
You can't. But for acting, you can just put somebody's kid in a stupid movie and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
He can do it. As long as he's not mentally challenged.
Here's the thing with
Yeah.
acting, though.
It's so subjective.
That makes it a bit harder. Because with stand-up, I feel like if you get, a few things, you're kind of like, okay, you have a good opportunity to make money. Let's say if you get in Just for Laughs or you get this set on, one of the late night things. You go, okay, I can spin this into touring more, or maybe getting a writing job, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
Whereas with acting, I've known people who got a gig where they got a series regular in a thing, and they're on every episode of it. It gets canceled, and they never work again for like years.
Yes,
and that's like,
yes.
What? To me, I was like, oh, I figured once you're in, you're kind of in.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not really.
I was listening to
Whereas comedy, once you're in, you're not kind of in, but you're kind of like you're part of it's a smaller pool. And there are jobs. There's a lot more writing jobs.
And as long as you keep doing it, you're not gonna get better. You're always getting better.
You're getting better. That's a big. At least you have something to show for it.
And
whereas acting, you can never book anything. It's like I have nothing to show.
Maybe you're always getting better, but like there isn't anything to measure it.
Yeah.
Like for stand up, there's laughs.
Yeah.
Even getting cheap laughs with hacky jokes takes practice.
Yeah.
Like people think, okay, you can just be hacky and get cheap laughs. That's not even easy.
Yeah.
That's not even easy.
Yeah.
It requires like experience at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like for some people, only like professional stand-up comics can tell who's really getting the good laugh or the cheap laugh.
Of course. No,
and audience can tell too. Maybe they can analyze it to a level that
I feel like the audience knows more about comedy now than they've ever known in the past. You're getting like a pretty savvy audience a lot of the times that like they watch podcasts about it. They, you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of what made the whole hipster movement, what it is because you had the crowd kind of started to do stand up. Those hipster crowd, like I could do this,
What's your view on the whole hipster, comedy scene?
I don't really have a view on it. It's just a scene like any other scene, I mean, how many scenes are there? How many scenes do you think there are in terms of just off the top of your head?
I don't know. Are you talking about like geographical locations?
Just like here in the city, there's like the hipster scene in Echo Park. There's like the scene in Hollywood with the clubs.
Yeah, you're talking about a location.
Then there's like Valley.
But then there's like the urban things, the scene, right? And you have the, people with purple hair, that kind of, Comedy Central now is all with people like that, right?
Right.
Like you don't see them in the Comedy Store or whatever, but somehow they're just on TV all the time.
Yeah, comedy is really like it's the Wild West.
And then you have the people who have podcasts and they go on each other's podcasts. Those people, they're all friends, right?
Yeah.
They're some of them are headliners in the store. Some of them kind of have their own thing going on. They have that, I guess.
Have you been putting in your time at the store or no?
I'm gonna have a show next Monday at the store. Okay. But what do you mean putting my time? Like going there every
going
week?
there and hanging out.
I
never did that ever. I've done it, but not I didn't try to pursue that.
I'm probably going to do it later on when I think I'm more ready.
No, I would do it now. I wouldn't wait.
Yeah, but it's just such time investment, though.
Yeah, but I see
Are you gonna do
out
it?
for people.
You say you never
did
it.
But that's not. I'm not. What I did is not necessarily the right thing. I'm telling you from what I was like. Oh, I guess I could have done that if I did it this whole time, you know.
Yeah.
But
I guess I kind of want to talk. I told you before the how did you get here thing, because here's another damn Canadian. Okay,
Yeah.
the second one, and there's gonna be
who
more.
was the other Canadian?
Trey.
Trey, who?
This is you don't know that kid. It's a
Okay.
kid. He
Okay.
moved here 5 months ago. It looks
Wow.
looks like Kurt Cobain's kid.
Where in Canada?
Winnipeg.
Oh wow, it's cold there.
I know you're from the fancy
I'm
area.
from Montreal.
He said he's from the murder capital of the world.
Yeah, you know, and it used to be a place in Vancouver that had that.
He said people
too.
get like stabbed all the time.
Yeah.
It's very stabby.
No, Montreal is cold. but
Yeah.
Winnipeg is even colder.
Yeah.
That's like a miserable place.
And the thing is, I try to like book people who are more diverse and whatever, and I realize how hard it is. And
Yeah.
then up to that point, I realized there are a lot of freaking Canadians in this country.
Really interesting. Yeah, well, it's right
I
here.
have 2 more Canadians after you.
Who?
Kim, like, who's that lady's name? The blonde lady, Kim. She's gonna have her first special soon.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's taping it this Saturday.
Kim.
Mac.
Blonde lady.
Yeah, has a tomboy kind of vibe, but she's married and everything.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be on Netflix or something.
Awesome.
It's gonna be distributed by like Comedy Dynamic.
Wow.
Dynamic. Have you heard of that company?
I should just go back to Canada. Let this person take over.
I mean, you don't sound Canadian at all. Yeah, but she
sounds Canadian,
yeah,
Really?
a little bit more. Not like crazy.
but you can tell. there's-
Yeah, and
okay,
then after
interesting.
her, it's probably gonna be a guy, like older guy, who's an electrician. I'm actually more interested.
in his profession,
He's also a comedian, but he has like electrician,
license
license and
whatever you
business.
wanna call
I
it.
think is
Okay, good for him.
yeah. Anyways, there are a lot of Canadians. You're from the fancy part,
I suppose. I mean,
Montreal.
it's pretty dirty. It's just French.
Yeah.
It's like dirty France.
And you speak French. And
Oui.
Oui.
Est-ce que tu peux parler français avec moi? Ou non?
No.
No, okay.
I don't speak. I only know one. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Okay.
I don't know. What is that?
Dites-moi qu'est-ce que c'est. Yeah.
Yeah, I only know that. So you speak French and English, and then
Yes.
you're from Montreal.
Canada.
How did you get here? And why do Canadians keep moving down south?
For opportunity and money?
Yeah.
mean-
Can you just stay stay in Canada,
No.
I feel like this country is for people like me, from shittier places. You know what I'm saying? Like now I have to compete with like other foreigners who are first language is
course.
English. I don't think that's fair.
Well, my first language was French.
You don't even have a fucking thick accent either.
No.
So
My first language was French, though.
yeah, but still,
So.
yeah. And you can't even tell if you have an accent or not.
No, because I was learning English.
I always feel like you guys are cheating.
Right. Cheating is what?
the
But
gas-
what about Australians? They're really also
But they have a
undercover.
thick accent, so at least they can be identified as foreigner.
Right.
You guys are just like fucking sneaky.
But
you know?
you see people here from like Germany and Holland, and they don't have an accent when they
They
speak
do
English.
have an accent, very slight one. Not
Yeah,
as
but you're
thick.
never gonna find it if you see a white person talking to you sounding
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, it's also your face, though.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe I think because yesterday the guest is white and white Canadian.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a difference in terms of how people deem you as an immigrant in this country?
In the U.S.
Yeah,
A difference between what? I don't get it.
like if you're white or not.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, not so much in L.A.
Yeah.
You know? And I've only lived in L.A. and New York here. Maybe a bit in Boston. But I've went to all the red states, and you know what? Even they are not really. They're pretty
Yeah.
good here.
Yeah, they
You
don't have a
know?
problem at all.
They're pretty good here compared to, like, in Germany. I was there. That was kind of a bit worse there.
Oh, really? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Did you live there, or did you just travel?
Yeah, for a few months, just doing music and stuff. And,
Oh,
yeah.
rap music.
Yeah.
So-
But it was just like there was more groups there. Like they had groups of Turkish people, groups of Russian people.
There are a lot of Turkish
groups
people
of
in Germany.
skinheads that were just walking around, kind of like beating people up. It was very kind of racially divided.
So skinheads, they just like non-whites. They just don't like non-whites, or what are?
Yeah, it's
what
kind
are
of
the
like
targets?
there are a lot of them on the east side, like on Berlin and stuff like that. Like after the wall came down, not Berlin, sorry, like Leipzig and Rostock, these smaller places.
Ah.
And yeah, it's kind of like, so I guess there a little bit, but never here.
Never here.
I kind of found more racism in Montreal because like maybe the French influence or whatever, you know, like.
What's the racist, like, what's the case? Like, can you tell me some examples?
They're just more open about it. Like you'll see like, you know, white French Canadians talking shit about Arabs to Arabs, you know, like, oh, there's like, become so, you know, like. Whereas you don't really see that here. Whereas like some guy saying, you blacks are kind of like this. You don't really see that. I know it happens, but
behind the back, but not like in your face.
I'm sure it happens, but it's not a thing I see here in LA walking around. Whereas in Montreal, you will see that. Yeah. You know, so actually, to me, it's been pretty good here, you know, compared to where I'm from. So
when did you move here to the States, to New York?
I moved to New York at the end of 2009.
So 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly 10 years. Yeah. How did you stay?
I was on a student visa. Mm-hmm. Then I had an OPT, the training visa.
Yeah.
Then I had the O1 visa.
I want to talk about O1 visa for a second. Can you explain what it is?
Well, it's an artist visa to show that you are an artist of extraordinary abilities.
So O standing stands for outstanding? What does O stand for?
I don't know.
Just a category.
O.J. Simpson? I don't know what it stands
not O.J. Simpson. I don't think it's just for artists. Because I know, like,
I've only known it for artists, but I don't. Maybe other people have had it too. I don't.
I know a guy who's Indian.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, the real one.
Yeah, the real one. You're the fake one.
Yeah,
you're like psych, not really Indian. He got an O1 visa for like some like tech stuff, like startup shit. You know, I think he did a TED talk or something, and he was involved with some like 3D printing stuff.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so it's not just for artists, but for you, you got it by being an artist. And how does the whole process work?
Well, you hire a lawyer and you pay them a lot of money, and then they tell you to get a bunch of documents together. Most of it is horseshit, you know, and saying you're going to get deal memos for people to employ you, which they won't. Because that doesn't really exist, really, unless you're getting a real job like as an engineer.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go on the audition if you're going to get, it's just dumb. Letters are recommended. There's like a pile of stuff, you know.
But I think one of the myths that people, when they first heard about this visa, they think, oh, you have to be outstanding. Like,
it helps.
They're thinking, no. They're thinking about like Oscar winning, Emmy winning.
Just showing that you were getting work, and I got work in that first year. I got my first television credit on TV. I got my first commercial. I won these the Uncle Clyde's comedy competition, a few rounds. I used those posters. I won something in a small play festival. So. But really, it was like the commercial and the TV show where it shows like.
So it doesn't have to be like crazily, you know. You don't have to be a celebrity or something.
No, but sometimes you'll get that. Like somebody I knew, she got an O1 and she went back to where she was from in like South Africa, and the person she got was just like kind of a prick, and he was looking at the visa. He decided to look into it. I was like, you basically have to be Bono to have this visa, and he denied her.
Really?
Yeah. While when she wasn't even up for evaluation, he just like went out of his way to cancel her visa.
Jeez.
And then she had to hire a lawyer, and she got it reinstated.
So do you think the lawyer will play a big part in the packaging thing?
Oh God, yeah, because they know the timing of it. It's more like they know the timing of it, of when it has to be in. They know what to say, what to hold back in case they ask for more evidence. It's all like a game of Tetris, and they just know the pieces. So
let's say when you are in school, then you got an OPT, right? That's 1 year for you because it's not STEM.
1 year.
Because STEM can get you like 28 months.
Oh wow,
pretty freaking sweet. If you study like engineering or math or something. So you have 1 year OPT. Like when did you need to start? What's the timeline for it? So you don't have to get a freak out of this country while you're waiting.
A timeline for what?
For if you want to stay here through a one visa, right? There's a process, right? Like when did you need to get prepared, and how long would it take?
Well, you're preparing from day one.
Day one of what?
As I have the OPT, or already preparing for the O1.
O1, because you got the OPT automatically, almost. You still have to apply for it, but it's a guarantee, basically. Yeah.
Basically, every single thing you do, you gather that information, you gather that evidence. You gather that evidence.
Yeah.
You know, so you're always making those files, and you really don't submit it until something like 3 months before.
Yeah, but you gather it like pretty much the moment you decided to go through this route. You need to
Yes.
be able to on top.
Gather, make some things that are like kind of bullshitty look better. You know what I mean? Get documented. People are getting the whole Voyage LA articles. Get one of those. You know?
Yeah, voyage.
yeah. Do whatever it is you have to do, and because it takes a lot. You know.
It's because sometimes it's not about are you really that outstanding. It's about
it's more just do you have any proven like track?
how do you
know?
make people believe? How many credits do you have to back it up?
Right. Well, then they're hopefully going to understand that, you know, you are still just starting. Though it's going to be relative, probably like a bell curve, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, like if they're getting a bunch of submissions that have nothing,
Yeah.
and then you have 2 things, but all right, well, 2 things is better than all these nothings, you know, like, and that's the high. And then somebody comes and has 4 things, like, okay, this
What
is
is
the
the
high.
approval rate of this kind of type of visa?
All I know is it's getting less and less every year.
Do you think the Trump administration is kind of affecting the approval?
No, I mean,
No?
maybe, but
Really?
it was going less and less every year, regardless of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, maybe it doesn't help. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
So how long is the visa? How long will it last?
3 years.
And then what happened?
You get a bit of a grace period, and they just send you something to leave. You have to leave like in the next like 20
Do you
days.
renew it? Like how do you?
Yeah, you're already starting to renew it like a year and a half. You're just always trying to get it, but the thing is, I got my green card at the end of my 01.
Oh, so how does that work? Like,
Well, that I was just sponsored through my sister,
oh, okay.
but it took her 7 years.
So how
from
did you?
when she
So I
sponsored
didn't
me.
know your sister. So how did she get here?
Oh, she came here for work. when
And she got
was-
a H-1B and everything.
Yeah, she did all that. Eventually got a green card and got citizenship.
And then she sponsored you. But
Yeah.
if it weren't for your sister, what
Yeah.
was your plan? And
I probably could have just married my girlfriend. Yeah, that wouldn't have been.
that's pretty freaking honest.
Or I could have even what's it called? I could have applied for. I knew people that applied for green cards and got it with less work than I have.
Okay.
So at this
you could just
point-
go with like what do you call
what
it?
I've
EB1?
Sorry,
EB1?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know, like it's type of a category for green card application.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever.
You would just go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, for people who are not in tech, this is amazing.
That's too much.
Yeah.
You can't have these around.
Yeah. Have you had it before?
Yes, I have.
It's really good.
I know.
The cappuccino flavor and the chocolate flavor, it's really freaking amazing. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, for people who are not STEM related, like science, technology, you know, math and engineering majored,
Yeah.
it's really hard to freaking stay.
But it's even hard for like my 2 cousins were doctors, and even for them it was hard because they're from Canada trying to get work in the States.
The license don't translate?
It transfers, but then when it came time to get hired in an American hospital, the priority is to all the Americans. So one cousin didn't work for 3 years, one didn't work for 2.
How did it survive?
One worked telemarketing, one moved back home with his parents.
That's
With a
wow.
whole debt of like $500,000, keep in mind.
They go to medical school in Canada or here?
Here, that was the problem.
Oh,
But they're from there. So,
wow.
but eventually they both got work. But a lot of people don't. A lot of doctors don't. They're saddled with debt. Some of them commit suicide because you're saddled with it's like a death sentence.
I know, like, dentist is one of the occupation that has the
I don't
highest
know.
suicide
I don't know.
rate.
But that's after you become a dentist. that
Yeah.
They were doing that. I don't know what's so bad about it, but
So how does like the medical school? Like, I heard is like pretty stressful because
medical school?
Yeah, but my ex's father is a doctor and his uncle's a doctor, so his father always wanted him to be a doctor.
Yeah, of course.
And then he just told me about like how hard it is for
Well, yeah, you just got to know a lot of things.
survive like medical school and everything, and costs a fortune.
Well, what is school really in general? School is basically just a place where you go to learn
Yeah.
how to learn.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it
true.
is. You're just learning how to learn.
Uh-huh.
And your job is basically test you like, okay, what do you know?
Yeah.
Medical school is like basically the place where you have to know the most shit. you know, like you got to know a lot. You got to know as much as there is in your body, which is like, you know, infinite, and it's always going.
Now I want to interview your brother, the one that has to do like telemarketing. Your cousin.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can interview him. Sure, he'd be great. He'd be way better than I am. He's an entertaining guy.
Don't put yourself down. Don't put yourself down. Is he around here?
No, he lives in New York City.
See, and then and what are you talking about? You know,
New York.
Is he ever gonna visit LA?
Yeah, well, he came for my birthday. We did acid when he came to visit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bad influence.
Yeah.
You're such a bad influence.
I know.
I just couldn't wrap my mind around. You went to medical school, right? You got a degree, and then you have to work as a telemarketer.
Yeah, it sucks, eh?
Because I used to sell real estate. I used to sell houses
for 2 years too. For 2 years, you're living in that existence.
He doesn't have an accent, right?
He has a little bit of an accent.
So he's that type of call that I will hang up like immediately. Because there are a lot of telemarketers from like India with a thick accent.
But now I let them. I use the call to practice my accent.
What do you mean?
Like I'll just play a character. Like, I'll be like, okay, can I have your name, sir? I go, yeah, Boomer Gower. You know, I'll just like practice some random accent.
Oh God!
All right, I'll just get. They call me so much, might as well answer and get something out of it.
Wow, you have to practice your Indian accent.
Not my Indian accent, just any accent.
How many type of accents can you do?
Well, none. But I can do versions. Like I had to do a audition today. I had to have an Israeli accent, and that's like,
what is an Israeli accent anyway?
It was like, it's like, I'm sorry. Like, it seems that your people have betrayed you. You know, it's kind of like, because it was an Israeli accent of somebody in the 70s too.
Oh,
so it's like,
how do you even find like reference material? YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Sometimes it's really crazy how much you'll just know it. Mm-hmm. You'll just start doing it. And I was like, that's kind of it.
I feel
right?
like I'm from Israel.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting how much your brain really has absorbed in your life. You know.
Have you ever had like an accent coach?
No, but had an audition where I had to do a Turkish accent. And before I could get home to go on YouTube to look at references, I just started doing stuff like, okay, maybe a mix of Persian, Arab, like whatever I would kind of know, Turkish, you know?
It's probably not accurate at all.
Right. No, but then in the end, when I look it up, it's kind of what I was doing anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't
then
much.
You have
There's
a
a
gift
difference.
for it.
But I think it's just you know a lot more than you think you know, you know?
Wow, because I'm thinking about getting an accent coach.
But that's different because why you want to sound more American?
Yeah, I want to shake off my accent.
Yeah, but the accent, you're never going to get rid of it. And two, your thing should be more just communicating.
Yeah.
Like, just do it a lot more stand up. I guess the accent reduction wouldn't hurt. If you can afford it, fuck it, do it, you know?
I think
that's kind of not the point, you know? And the thing is, unless you're doing it like 3 hours a day, not necessarily with the coach 3 hours a day, but you're putting in 3 hours a day to reducing your accent, it's not going to reduce like at all.
I think it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna help or anything. I think in general.
Well, the daily use of you speaking English is what helps.
Yeah, but I feel like my vocabulary has improved ever since I moved here. Yeah. But I think my accent is always like this.
Yeah.
Even when I was in China, so because I didn't really put a lot of effort into try to imitate it more. I kind of did that when I was in high school. That's how I got this accent in the first place, you know?
I feel like you'd be better off instead of paying for an accent reduction.
Yeah.
You paid for like, let's say an acting class or a singing class where you're using your voice to communicate more. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just imagine acting class would be so cringy for me.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's just you speaking it's just you speaking more, communicating more. Whereas like, no, you pronounce this word like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, all right, I'm never really going to be like that, you know, and that's not really the point.
And I watched some videos.
The point is just to get better at communicating.
The thing is, I watched some videos about like accent coach breaking down why Chinese people have an accent and like what they tend to do when they speak English, you know?
Yeah.
The thing is like Chinese is very fragmented. It's like 我是中国人. It's like that. It's kind of like that's the flow.
我是中国人.
Ooh, that's actually not bad.
That's not bad, eh?
That means I'm Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah, but when it comes to English, it's like a flow.
Right.
Like things are stick together.
Yeah,
so you
it's
don't
like all one-
things are stick together. That's
Yeah.
like a
Oh, but I can hear when you're saying it,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
putting
yeah.
a period, but you're like, things are stuck together. You're kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
finishing you're
Yeah.
finishing the sound on each thing.
Yeah. So the thing is, for me, my problem isn't the pronunciation of the word is incorrect. My problem is like, for example, if I say for instance, you're supposed to say like is one word, right? For instance. But I sometimes
you go for instance.
like
Yeah.
just subtle things like that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
say it's
alright.
holding me back, but because I'm a translator, like I make a
Right.
living out of it. But I would
Good.
imagine for a lot of like immigrants whose English is not their first language, like
the
language
best.
barriers fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's just how do you get out of like when you have to talk to, let's say AT&T.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the whole thing. I can't imagine people who don't speak English well.
I can imagine when
How the
I was
fuck
dealing
do
when I
they-
had Medi-Cal, dealing with the health insurance.
Oh,
And the runarounds they give you, and then I'm seeing people there at the offices from like Mexico who can't speak English. I'm like, how the hell are you dealing with this? If they're like screwing with me this badly, and
Yeah,
you
you
can't even
just-
speak the language, you're not gonna get anything. You know?
because I think the Spanish support in California is pretty good.
But even then, like
Yeah, I
there
know. You
was-
still have to talk to them.
yeah.
Like I remember, like they mail my green card to the wrong address. I didn't receive it, and then it just mailed back, and then I have to wait to 6 to 8 months for them to. Because I call them. The problem is I give them the full address.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah, I give them the full address.
Just to get the same green card.
I give them the full address. It's apartment building, has apartment number. Their system had a glitch and leave out apartment number, and it would just mailed here and return back without notifying me, right? So I look it up. It wasn't mailed here, and I called, and this is what the person. First, I was put on hold for like an hour.
Yeah, of course.
Easily, right?
They always have to do that.
Yeah. just so you know,
Yeah, yeah.
grind off your fucking patience.
They
till
have to
you're
hello.
like,
Oh wait, sorry, no, hold.
yeah, for an hour, and then finally I got to talk to somebody, and she's like, well, we have to mail you back. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I said, when do I receive it? Maybe about 6 to 8 months. I said, why? She's like, because this happens all the time. You can't imagine how many green card letters do we have returned on a daily basis because of like system glitch or wrong address or whatever. I'm like, the fucking incompetence
Yeah, I
of
know.
these people.
You should have said something.
No, I can't say. I still fucking want that thing back. I end up calling like the House of Representative, like
Yeah.
Senator's office.
And
You
what
know?
they say.
They help me.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, I have to fax this form to say I now delegate this to you to help me deal with it. And they
getting-
call the immigration.
I'm
And they
getting
mail me
too
back.
fat sitting here eating these things. Like now it's uncomfortable for me to sit. I think I've officially gained weight. I ate so many of those wafers.
Did you clear that out?
No, there's still some left.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Yeah. So then they mailed it back to me in 2 weeks.
Fuck.
But the whole,
Oh,
the
in
whole
2 weeks
time.
you got it.
Yeah, because the senator's
Okay.
office called the immigration to fax track
Wow,
it.
so you get stuff done.
Yeah, I want it because I want to fucking travel. And
Okay,
also,
okay, relax.
and also,
Okay, I'm
the
listening.
moment that you don't have it is like for people like me, for immigrants like me,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
always like, ugh, fuck.
Yeah, you need to smoke some weed, I think.
Why? I'm too uptight or
Just to
anything?
relax.
Yeah, I relax all the time. I wake up today at
Do you do transcendental meditation?
What's transcendental meditation?
I don't even know what I was saying. I don't think it's dental in there, but
Fuck it, what-
transcendental? Like, I don't know.
What the
It's,
fuck does that even mean?
I don't know, it's a thing these rich people do they attribute their success to it. Jerry Seinfeld did a whole thing talking about how if it wasn't for him doing the transcendental.
Why isn't he funny? Sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna co-sign that statement. That's for sure. I'll let you sail off on
I'm pretty
your
sure my
own.
career is over.
But yeah, it's this thing where basically I think you meditate like twice a day for 20 minutes every
Oh.
day, and they give you a customized meditation, but you have to pay for it.
Meditation. I can do that as long as I
Look
don't
it
have
up,
to.
transcendental meditation. It might be the key
You
to
said
your
meditation.
success.
I thought
Yeah.
medication.
No,
Meditation.
meditation.
Okay.
You're
I
like,
thought you
"Oh,
were gonna
I
talk
want
me into
the-
some
I want the
ecstasy
megs."
that I haven't heard of.
Yeah, no.
Have you tried it?
Ecstasy?
No, like transcendental
Transcendental no, I
meditation.
haven't.
No.
I haven't.
That's the thing. You just keep recommending things to people that you
Right, I
haven't.
don't do
You're
it. I
like,
wanna see it
look,
work on you."
I want to see cats, and
Yeah.
then it triggers Maximo to see it. Maximo told Jamie about it, and Jamie dragged my boyfriend. And then all three of them have seen cats, and I'm probably gonna see it at some point.
They're gonna buy it on.
Yeah, because they just
Blu-ray.
can't shut the fuck up about it,
Yeah.
and you just haven't seen it.
No, I probably never will either. I'll probably never see that fucking.
But you
movie.
preach that stuff.
I do.
You preach
I
it.
do. I'm glad they saw it.
Yeah, without you're like a. This is gonna sound racist. You're like an Indian guru.
Sure.
You know. They just
For really shitty things. Like
no. They come here. Have you watched the documentary Why Country?
I've heard of it. I never saw it.
It's a
though.
cult. It's an Indian
Yeah,
guy. It looks fucking ridiculous with a ridiculous
Osho.
accent.
Osho was his name.
They call him Osho and Bhagwan or whatever,
Yeah,
it is. And then it just built a whole army. People like the hippies, the white people, they worship him.
They ate it up.
Yeah.
They loved it.
They're like, whatever he preaches is the shit.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think they were right, or
I mean,
was he good?
no.
He wasn't good.
The government got involved.
The government.
The government got involved.
That means
later
he was
on.
pretty amazing. If the government's like, we got to get a piece of this.
I think that now, and then they're armed and they're like fighting against the government. They have this own place in
That's
Oregon.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of like Jonestown, but the Kool-Aid thing didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, but people went to jail and whatever. And I think he went back to India after the government got involved.
Okay.
And he's like he's wearing like Rolex, super
He's
rich.
got money, eh?
Oh shit! He's driving Porsche,
Fuck,
Rolls
this guy
Royce.
really made it.
Yeah, he freaking made it. And with a goofy ass accent, like people listen to him.
He's probably smart.
Oh yeah,
Clearly.
I'm.
It looks like I got a thing or two to learn from this guy.
I'm always fascinated.
He got
by,
the government to come to him.
Yeah, government's trying to get rid of him
Yeah.
because he's being too.
He's too powerful.
He's too powerful, and his believers start to do crazy shit like poison the public water system.
Fuck, that's amazing. I'd love to have followers like that,
To poison the public
Poison
water,
the water
supply.
system for me.
And he said, "Oh, I'm not aware." Of what happened,
Right.
and he blamed it on his right hand, this woman.
I thought you were going to say
Second
on
nature.
Israel. I thought you were going to say.
No. And then he exiled. He escaped back to India, and then
for
still
him.
people go to India.
Yeah.
To, like-
I might go. I'm not lying. I might
No,
go
he's
too.
dead. He's dead.
Oh,
He's
he's dead.
dead.
Fuck, he's even better than I thought.
Yeah,
Him being dead adds to the whole aura.
yeah, and there are a lot of like yoga masters
Yeah.
who have a lot of like women. Is
Yeah.
that's another documentary about this yoga master?
Bikram.
Yeah, I think he touched a lot of ladies.
Yeah, but that's what you become Bikram for.
What?
I don't know.
To
be
get
like
ladies?
Yeah, I guess so. Isn't that why? I mean,
Do you think male like yoga instructors are kind of fishy?
No, not
Or
really.
some of them? Are in there for
I'm
wrong
sure there's some of
reasons?
everything that's like that,
Yeah.
but no, I think most of the male yoga teachers I've encountered have been gay.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Do you do yoga?
yeah. I try to whenever I can get a group on to do it.
Sounds pretty gay to me.
Yeah,
The fact that you're doing yoga.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you do anything or no?
I try to work out like 2-3 times a week, but that's
Okay.
about it. I don't do yoga. Like
Okay.
I never worked out in the past, and I
Okay.
think it's starting to take a toll on me.
Yeah. You're getting
know.
fat.
Fuck. Do I look like I'm getting fat?
No. You don't seem fat at all to me.
No,
I'm just saying. Do you think you're getting fat?
like my metabolism isn't as good
yeah,
as
of course,
before.
just slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27's kind of scary to me.
Yeah, for women it's earlier. For me, it was like when I was like 30, 31. It was like really.
How old are you guys? 35.
35, yeah, years
35
old.
35 is fine. 5 more years before you give up on your dream.
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
Yeah. You don't have a very concrete plan about what you want to. Oh, I should have said you're a stand-up comedian and an actor.
Yes.
Should have said it in the beginning.
Oh no, somebody was listening to this whole thing. Like I thought he was a welder. Oh no. I wanted to get some insights into welding.
Yeah. So you don't have a concrete plan about what
Yeah, I
things.
mean, my plan is you can't have a concrete plan really for this type of thing. You just got to roll with the punches, you know.
I kind of have one.
Yeah.
And I think
for
I'm
being
kinda,
a comedian.
Yeah, I'm kind of crazy.
Okay.
I think I'm crazy because I also kind of believe of what you just said. Like you can't really have a plan.
No, you can't.
But I kind of have one.
Yeah, but that's because that's how you've been probably approached everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not going to not approach this like that.
And I usually get what I want.
Okay, good.
Sometimes not in time.
Right.
Sometimes when
Well,
I got what I want, I don't
quick
care
enough.
anymore. But I eventually got what I want.
Okay, good. What do you want out of comedy?
Not what I want from comedy. I have a certain calendar about when should I, for example, Comedy Store, right?
Yeah.
Like I think within this many years, I want to be like a friends and family category. Because just to explain people who don't know about the system in Comedy Store, it's really hard to get in. And then the entry level is if you can become what they call friends and family, they might give you a spot, like a shitty spot at the original room. It's the second biggest room. Or they will let you go up after their open mic, right?
Yeah.
And then if you ascend to the next level, maybe you can host the main room show or be put on main room like 11:30 p.m. once in a while after all the famous people get their best spots. Right? You're doing it afterwards when nobody's there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there isn't really anything within the club that they can do for you. You gotta have to be famous by yourself.
On your own, yeah.
But before that, there is a hierarchy that I feel like you can climb in a way.
I don't know.
So that's kind of my plan. I kind of give myself like a timeline. I want to be friends and family within this many years. Within this many years, I probably want to perform, you know, like 1:30 a.m. spot at the OR, you know? And then after that, I don't know. After that, it's kind of hard to plan.
Yeah.
You never had that? You just...
Maybe loosely in my head, but I just
tell
know.
me. Come on. Don't be ashamed.
No, but not even. I just don't find those things really. I had that when I was like really young. Maybe like when I was in high school with music, you know, but not really. I found in comedy and in acting, I always started from a place where like I just want to be the best.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of not like the best, like better than everybody, but you know what I mean, like the best that I can be. I want to.
But you're always gonna get better. Like you're gonna be way better than you in your 40s when you're in your 50s.
Yeah, but my focus was more on that rather than working, rather than like I want to make sure that I'm getting these spots there or those spots there.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's only now that I'm kind of catching up on the other side. Where it's like, all right. I mean, with acting, I kind of caught up pretty quickly, but you know, with stand, it's like, oh yeah, I got to start trying to make the, and I did for a bit when I went on the road. I did a version of it, but it wasn't really what I wanted. But
you told me you used to have like a touring agent.
Right, yeah, I was part of it. I still am. I'm still signed to a touring agency.
Yeah, and you used to tour around the country to do stand up. Like, how do they like? What is the pay usually?
Well, I was featuring, so I'd get like $200 to $250 a show.
That's not bad. Like
they pay for your hotel. You get meals out of it.
And how many shows do you get per week?
Man, you can do as many as like 10.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good money to do comedy. I think most people are not making any money off of it.
No.
But
some people are very good with that hustle. Like if you're a headliner, you're making a lot more than that.
I think Kevin Hart like really grinded.
Well,
on that.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna. I
know, but I'm talking about when he wasn't the Kevin Hart today.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, it's just people that we even see at the store, like around here, like. If you're a headliner and you're making like 500, you can probably squeeze in more shows. You can probably do 2 shows a night, headline in both, you know. Get a few gigs in there that are corporates that pay you like thousands.
Headlining, you're talking 30 minutes of material?
No, featuring is 30. That's what I was doing. Headlining is like an hour.
Jeez.
And sometimes even an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
You want to have basically 2 hours of material in your, you know, that you're sitting on.
I think Chris Rock was doing an hour and a half or even more.
Sometimes you have to do an hour and a half. So...
So featuring was 30 minutes.
30
and then
minutes,
is there anything like opening?
No, that's just somebody who's going to be up from that town.
Ah.
Yeah.
So why did you even stop that? You just tired of it? Why
no,
can't you just...
it's not that I was tired of it. I liked the novelty of it. And I mean, there was a thing of traveling a lot. Like I'm not a huge traveling fan, you know, So that got tedious, but it was more I was in places where there wasn't much to do. But also, most of all, I was just missing out on auditions here when I was gone, and those are some good opportunities that I kind of don't want to miss out. That's going to lead to more of the thing I want, like if I want to create something later down the line, or
The thing is, I feel like you have an acting thing going and you have a stand-up thing going, and it's kind of like parallel to each other. So which one? I feel like you're leaning towards acting at this moment.
Not necessarily. Because I do stand-up more than acting.
Because I know deep inside I don't want to be an actor.
Right.
So I don't even want to bother audition or go to classes or whatever. I want to be a writer and a stand-up. Like, that's the two things I want to do.
Right, but you never really think, let's say you want to be a writer and a stand-up, you wouldn't write a show where you would be in it?
I want to be the kind of like Tina Fey is a bad example because she is the main
star
character
of the show, yeah.
But maybe kind of like she and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Like, she can be on it like after, like as a cameo on episode 7.
Right.
Or character number 6 or something. But like, you don't have to, you just be you, right? You don't have to really trying to be trained professionally.
You're better. No, but you need something. I mean, obviously stand-up helps. But,
like, I don't know. I just don't think I have the talent to act or so. Or I don't think I would suck.
Right.
But I don't think I'm like amazing at it. So.
Right.
And
like Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh God, that guy's fucking crazy. He is fucking intense. He's awesome though, actor. Yeah. But I think it must be crazy to be around.
He's a really
him.
nice guy in real life.
No, I'm not saying he's not nice.
Yeah.
But you can be nice and intense.
I suppose.
Like the other person who's intense, Adam Driver.
Oh, is he? I don't even know. I never saw like.
He's from the military. He's always really intense. Yeah. I love him though. I think he's fucking sexy. But
yeah, he's got a huge nose.
He's like weird looking.
He's a weird looking guy.
He's weird looking.
He's good
hot.
looking.
Yeah, I don't know. He's weird looking hot. Like,
well, it's just like he's like tall and in shape, so that makes him hot. But
that helps.
But if there was that face on a person who's 5'5",
oh God,
yeah,
you should do a bit about so stupid. That face on the people who's 5. You're talking about Ringo Starr.
Yeah, not even kind of fat. Like no, that's. But he does. Yeah, but he's a good actor.
Yeah, but you don't have to be good looking to be hot. I learned that.
No, yeah, I know. Not to women. Yeah, for men you do.
What do you mean for men? Okay.
Women will find something else attractive about a guy.
But for men, just like the face. But the thing is that you have, right?
I actually, to be honest with you, not for me to say like, hey, I'm not like the rest, but like, I will find something attractive about a woman that might not be physically attractive, and I'm like, oh, that's what I mean. You could fall in love with that, but men
visual,
it's very superficial right away. Like, what do you look like?
Yeah,
that's just unfortunately what it is.
But do you think, so when it comes to Adam Driver, like him being like tall and, white shoulder
no, but
helps.
he is a good looking guy overall.
But what about women? Do you think like, double D tits and nice body will compensate for an okay face?
Oh, so this is very specific. Now you're talking about like face versus body.
Or leg. I don't know. Everybody's into different things. Like
like an elbow.
Legs. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, here's also the thing. Like, I notice the older I get, the less
you care.
Well, not even the less I care, the less I even know what to look for anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously you see a woman with an amazing body, but like I don't have that thing like, oh, I just want to fuck that girl. Like I don't have, you know what I mean? Like that.
That's also because you were in a relationship since you were in college.
Right, of course.
So you were not in the market.
Right.
So you kind of don't know what a market is.
It's like I'm out. Yeah, I'm really
you have
like.
no idea.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I know. Is it good?
And good for me, because I used to like be on the dating apps, and I don't like the whole process.
Oh really? I never tried it. I never got to use it.
Oh, I used to date like a lot of guys.
Okay.
In a short period of time.
Wow.
Just because I want to be efficient, And after a while, it's just you find yourself. It's like you go to different job interviews and you talk about the same fucking story.
Yeah.
Every time.
Sounds depressing.
And then sometimes you forget. Did this person already know this fact or that person?
Right.
Like you mix them. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I would say, oh, well, last time I told you. He said, no, you didn't. Ooh.
Oh, I've been making mistakes like that all the time.
And then they're just become
dating
like
multiple
guys who
people.
are like nameless and faceless to me now. Like, I don't even remember them. And
Wow.
yeah, there's one
Did
time.
you sleep with all these men?
No.
Oh, okay.
I slept
Well,
with
that's too bad.
probably a bunch of them.
Okay.
But not
It's like, no, just a bunch.
a few of them. A few
Okay.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
1 out of 10,
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
you know? But
1 out of 10. That's pretty good.
yeah, and then they're not that impressive
Mm-hmm.
either, you know? Just, I think it's overrated. I think the whole dating thing is overrated. I think
Love is overrated.
love is so overrated. Love is so overrated.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
we're-
not like hard work, success, and glory.
Nah, money
Money.
is underrated. Contrary to, you know, popular belief, I think money is underrated.
Right.
And
You're a big fan of money.
I'm a big fan of money.
Yeah. So how do you feel about communism?
Communism?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, family in China.
Right. Okay. You don't want to open up any wounds.
No, not the wounds. It's like I have family in China.
Yeah.
Like you know, I want them to be safe.
Yeah. Right.
Cause I can smoke a joint here with you, but
Right. Right.
you know they're gonna face the repercussion
Right. Of
of
course.
the shit I said.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that.
What is your view on communism?
I don't have any.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
guess
good. That's a good
I'm
answer.
sure-
That's a perfect answer.
Hey, I'm sure it has its ups, and I'm sure it has its downs.
just like anything.
Yeah, just like Satanism and Hitler, and
Oh, okay. I have to cut that part out.
but I don't know. I think systems are basically only as good as the people running
Who do you
them.
support in the upcoming election?
Well, who is it? It's going to be Trump and who?
I don't know, like Trump and out of the Democrats, who do you support? Bernie?
Yeah.
Are you a Bernie guy?
I love Bernie. I love Liz Warren.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest, whatever.
Whatever.
I wouldn't mind if Buttigieg won just because he's gay. That'd be kind of cool.
You think
know.
the fact he's gay itself is cool?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I have a gay president, At least we'll have that,
Yay. It's like,
Yeah. Like, I'll take it,
Do you think they would serve like rainbow color fortune cookies?
No, but there'll be probably like maybe like a
Restaurant?
rainbow flag somewhere during the celebration. That'd be a significant thing,
Ah.
But yeah, I don't think anybody is going to beat Trump anyway.
You
so
think it's gonna be Trump for more years?
I'm 100% sure.
And do you care about it? You're not like
Less and less.
you're not that kind of guy who would just flood my Facebook feed with
Oh, no, it's
the
useless caring
anti-Trump
about
rant.
that. Dude, it's just a game that they show you. It's like TV show. That's all it is.
and the Trump jokes. I'm kind of sick of the. I don't know
Kind of
why.
sick of it. I'm just, ugh.
If you go to open mic and somebody just drop a Trump joke, you just ugh.
It never works.
It never
It never works.
It never works.
Like, people are just so fed up with that shit.
Yeah,
that,
the only
like-
one that worked, it's not open mic. I think Bill Burr had a Trump joke. Mm-hmm. And it's the opposite of shitting on Trump. It's
Yeah.
about him going to Trump Hotel and he's so amazed
Yeah.
by how nice the hotel is. Like, so fucking nice. Like, any of the hotel he ever stayed in. And he's like, I hope he got reelected.
Right.
That's his joke. That's the only one I think worked. Other Trump
Okay.
jokes just fucking sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say the thing that Trump really killed any interest I might have ever had in politics. Because it just kind of showed me, like, well, this is all just not real. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not. I'm like, all right, this is just a show like anything else. And there's just other people running stuff behind it, and because laws are getting passed every day, things are happening.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Things are happening in the economy, even behind things that really matter are happening. That's not being covered in the news like ever. It's always this like collusion with spies and Russia. It's kind of like that doesn't affect anything that we have anything to do with at all.
And then CNN's like,
Yeah,
breaking.
you're just caught up in the drama of it. It's like what? It's like worse than watching pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like these are politics or other people's, pro wrestling. You're just believing everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You're believing your vote counts. You're believing that everyone's
Wow.
going to do what they're saying they're going to do,
pretty
which they
cynical
can't.
view of the
you
whole
know?
thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Is this your weed talk or
I don't know.
is this your same attitude even when you're not
No,
smoking
I'm a
weed?
completely different. I'm actually have an English accent when I'm not high. So
Ah.
I'm a completely different person when I'm sober.
Wow. Since you're still high, I want to just transition into our last part of today's show.
Okay.
Usually I end it with, it's called something awesome. It's just something you want to recommend. It could be food, movie,
Something I want to recommend.
yeah, or music or a game or something. I'm just going to recommend the snack.
Oh, yeah. I don't recommend it because you'll just keep eating it until you're...
Evil. I'm not sponsored, but if you, whatever, Loker, this it's called number one,
Loker.
bite-sized waffle cookies, right? You can buy it from Trader Joe's. I always get it from Trader Joe's. If you want to sponsor us, please send me some money, be
Mm-hmm.
appreciated. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to just grab like random products
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just going to plug them. And then hopefully one of them will send me money afterwards.
Yeah.
That is my monetization
If you get
strategy.
enough views, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So it's amazing. This is dark chocolate flavor. I think the coffee flavor is also really good. Yeah. So what do you recommend? Rishi. This is the first time I mentioned your name.
I recommend, washing your face and brushing your teeth before
Come
you go
on,
to bed.
something real, something more specific.
More specific than that,
Yeah.
I recommend that. Recommend it to who exactly?
To our viewers, just something they don't know. Like
I
sometimes.
recommend investing in something
Yeah.
that has something to do with your own self-care.
What do you
Whether
mean?
or not, if you have, I had chronic tightness in my shoulders and back. I saw
Yeah.
doctors about it. And from that, I got medical massages covered under my health insurance.
Oh.
So for a while, I was going for a massage once a week.
Yeah.
And I never went for a massage before. When I went for the massage, when somebody would touch me, I kind of freaked out. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I went into like fight mode,
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, just like giving myself that care changed a lot. And then from that, I would do a few other things. Like I tried acupuncture. I started doing yoga. I started doing all these kind of self-care things. I mean, obviously you can't do them all the time, but
It's good for you.
yeah, it's good. It's good to put you in the sort of this. It's good to be good to yourself because you'll make better decisions in that state.
Just take care of your body.
Yeah,
Spend some money. Spend some time.
It gives your mind a rest.
Yeah.
Your body a rest.
I think it's still weed talk. I think at the
Yeah.
end, the punchline will be
Sure.
smoke weed.
Well, I
people.
mean, the only thing I can say that's the opposite of weed talk is like work hard, make money, buy low, sell high. It's like
buy low, sell
yeah,
high.
it's like we all know that already. But I would say, especially when you're an adult, like you'll work harder you'll work harder that way, basically. If you put that time. If you went for a massage once a week, the rest of the week would just be that much more productive. You'd just be better at everything.
Interesting.
And if you got a massage once a week and went for acupuncture once a week, you'll be that much better. And if you went for massage once a week, went to acupuncture once a week, went to therapy once a week, you'll be that much better. Okay, that's a lot, But, if you can do it, you'll be better.
Do you have anything to say with other new immigrants or people who are here who wanted to stay but kind of in the middle of a crossroad and feel lost and scared shitless?
Lost about what?
What am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay in this country? Or they got here.
Man, you
and
know
then-
what? I'll say this because I know
Yeah.
people that had to go back to where they're from, and then they came back and they had to go back again.
Yeah.
And then some people just go back the first shot and they're happy doing that.
Yeah.
There's no, especially nowadays, there's nothing stopping you from doing what it is you love to do,
Yeah.
whether or not you're doing it in this country or not.
Yeah.
You'll just do it where you're doing it. And it might be a way worse market. There might be no market, but there's always the internet. There's always another place you can go. There's always a market closer to you. Man, I went back to Montreal. Like, they're shooting movies there. There's actors that make a career that's like, oh, even if I had to come back here, there's something I could do. If you move back to where you're from in Alabama, you can do stand up at the comedy club. It's like, don't stop doing what you love to do. Because let's say you have to go back to where you're from. You're from Sweden. You got to go back to Malmö, Sweden. And I go, well, I'm still going to pursue whatever.
But if it's
do.
Rwanda, that's another case.
That's a different thing, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are here on 01s. But the point is, you don't know what's going to happen 10 years after you go back.
World War III might happen tomorrow.
Yeah, but let's say you had to go back to where you're from. You go,
Yeah.
you know what? Well, fuck it. I'm going back. I'm not even going to do any stand-up. But let's say you just kept doing it. And then after you're back where you're from, in 10 years, you get an offer to do a show, in the US or the UK, and that makes your career because you were doing what you love for an extra. You didn't let that stop you, that you had to go back to where you were. Keep doing the thing that you're meant to do, no matter what. Whether you go back or whether you stay. That's all I could say.
That's deep talk.
Yeah.
Now you look like an Indian guru. All right, that's today's show. Thank you.